Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Those Two Geeks. My name's Alex, his name's Joe. It is a Saturday morning for us. We don't know when you're listening to it. We just love the fact you are. It is a... So here's the thing. I know last week we said we were going to do a list of toys at some point of legends that we wanted, or we don't remember what our stipulation was because neither of us wrote it down.
No,
we both
did
loved
not.
the stipulation last week, and because neither one of us remembered and neither one of us thought to listen to last week's episode, we were hoping that just talking would get it back. But I think we both hit a snag. So what we're going to do is talk about some of the reviewers from Hasbro's PulseCon yesterday.
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough, there's not many, but there are. I think they're worth talking about. And then we're going to do some form of list that will probably end up making a stipulation for as we go. I think when we were talking about it yesterday, it was a case of legends we wanted that had no rumor.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think that was the main one, and then I don't know what the other one was.
I think
Maybe
the other one
ones,
was,
but I don't.
no, I think the other one had to do with. So I think the no rumor, but a single version of the character we weren't going to specify, because
Yeah.
if we did that, then like you said, I don't know how to do a Toy Biz either because we're talking about Toy Biz.
I remember
yesterday.
now.
Okay,
I remember what it was. Artists' versions.
that was it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was. As soon as you said it's single version, I said
single version of something, right? And this is what happens. Sometimes we talk and it goes. So I think first things first, let's touch on the VHS pack.
Let's touch on the VHS 2-pack for Vulture and Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and Flash Thompson. And
is that what it is? Is that the other head is Flash Thompson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fair
so
enough.
it's you can do it from the episode of Spider-Man the Animated Series where it's like episode number 2, where like Flash Thompson dresses up at a Halloween party as Spider-Man to kind of like screw over Peter Parker. And the Spider Slayer ends up kidnapping Flash Thompson because he's dressed up. It can't distinguish because it doesn't know Spider-Man's identity, so
it just sees Spider-Man.
Yeah. Spider-Man's like, now I gotta go save this idiot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That makes so much more sense. So I was looking at this just from an aesthetic standpoint. I'm like, why on earth have they regressed in the articulation in a 2-pack? Like, why have they gone back to a Sunfire mode? Now, I get it, it's pinless. Whatever.
Yeah.
But why would you not use the Amazing Fantasy or the Renew Your Vows mode? Incidentally, so this is a tangent already. Which do you prefer, Renew Your Vows or Amazing Fantasy 15 mode?
It's a tough one. I'd say the Renew Your Vows mold. Do I prefer? If we're talking for Spider-Man himself,
specifically for Spider-Man, yeah.
Oh, I do like the ASM 15, but the Renew Your Vows mold is so versatile. Like,
agreed.
Iron Fist is one of my favorite figures of the year, and it's on that RYV mold.
Yeah, so I've always thought of I know I get Spider-Man's going to be lean and everything, but I've always thought of him as not being super short. So I prefer Renew Your Vows in general, just because I've always thought of him as being a bit more like Cyclops,
taller and lanky. Yeah, like I prefer the height of the RYV mold,
which is like I've always thought of the Amazing Fantasy as the young Spider-Man, like not fully grown to height, whereas the Renew Your Vows is more like the modern day Spider. Anyway, that's a tangent and a half already.
No, it's fine. But as far as I'm concerned, the best Spider-Man still ever made is the original retro card one from 2020. I know it has red pins. There's something about it. It's the very best representation for Spider-Man, I think. And I don't know what body mold that is.
It's the early version of, so the body itself is the same as Renew Your Vows, but the feet are different, and obviously the legs and arms have pins in, so
it's just perfect. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like I think I like the colors on that one better than on.
Same. That's what I think it is. Maybe
I think it's just a darker color. So yeah, so we have the VHS 2-pack. You have Young Vulture, which
is a
must get. So it can double as a comic Vulture. I think there's an ASM issue with it.
Yeah, there is life theft.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes, and then likewise, you also have the animated vulture. So
yeah,
I think that's a fantastic vulture. Again, like my concerns on or my hang up with the body of Spider-Man has been alleviated, knowing it's supposed to be
yeah.
Flash and not Peter. I
Well,
like
it's
the
both.
fact
It's
that
supposed to be both.
yeah,
It
I do
doubles as
like I
both.
like the fact that they're giving you an additional Peter head so that you can use it on something else.
But here's the thing: they're also giving you a flash head for the people
Exactly.
who have anti venom and no agent venom, and now you have
Exactly.
that, and that's what people are really wanting it for.
Yep, that's just it. Like, so I'm super happy for the two pack. I know I have a
Same.
ton of Spider-Man already on my shelf, and I have
Yeah,
Old
I
Vulture.
don't care.
No, I that's probably what I'm looking. I'm going to be more interested in getting than not.
I love the vulture in that armored. So there's a lot of '90s redos that are just so
Yeah.
wacky and out
Mhm.
there that I love them anyway, and I want them in my collection, as we'll hear when we start doing the list later.
Well, hey,
But
yeah. So hey, let's go on to because I'm more interested in the list in some ways than I am the recap. So, what are your thoughts on the Marvel Legends Secret Wave, Secret
I
Wars,
love them, love
Subwave?
them. I love all of them. So
I
the whole
agree.
thing about the Secret Wars is it's my favorite retro card ever
Hmm.
because it's the first thing I ever had from Marvel. But it's the first toy I ever had. My dad got me Iron Man, Spider Man, Magneto on those cards with the lenticular, and I had those. Let's see, when did those come out? Secret Wars. Do you remember the year they came out?
I would have been 90 at least, at the latest, I think, because and I'm basing this solely on Toy Biz Wolverine being from like
Are we sure on
93.
that?
No,
No, I
no,
think
we're
it was
not.
83 for some reason. Hold
You're
on a sec.
probably right because the
Yeah,
Toy Biz
I
Wolverine I'm holding is 92. So when I
Marvel.
say 1990, I mean like, it would have been no later than 1990, but I don't know exactly when. I
Hold on a sec. Marvel Secret Wars toys. Well, when did it come out? Yeah, no, I was right.
okay.
Yes.
Oh,
So they came out in '84. So I
okay.
was I was 2 years old. That's what makes sense to me. I was about to
Mm.
say no, no, no. They did not come out in '90 because I did not have these in a crib in '90.
No, no, like
No.
I couldn't remember how I never had them, so I was trying to make a
So
guess
I
based
believe they
on that.
came out in '83. The toys. I think they came
Mhm.
out before the book. Because the toys led into the no, toys led into the comic book, from what I
Right.
understood. So yeah. So anyways, these are the first toys I ever had. Up with Motu, because Motu would have been '82. So let's just say these are the first superhero toys I ever had, without going long.
I mean,
But anyways,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
they have a lot of nostalgia for me. I had all of them. So towards the end, I even had the Hobgoblin, which is one
Oh,
of the
cool.
really, really hard ones to get. I didn't have Electro. Um, I was missing some of the ones that were like really, really, really crazy to get. But these bring back so much for me because these were my first Marvel toys. They were static, five POA action figures, but like that's all you had back then. And I did have the black costume Spider Man. Funny enough, I had Spider Man and black costume Spider Man, but I was so young I didn't know what the hell black costume Spider Man was. So it was just kind of like I don't know I don't know what I used them as, but this brings back so much memory, and like I want these in my collection. If I'm gonna have one retro card that I keep on the shelf, it's gonna be these. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably be getting two of every one. I ordered you Wolverine.
Yeah, thank you. That's honestly, so this is
That
what I
was
was gonna.
insane yesterday,
Yeah, so
by the
Wolverine
way.
is the only one I'm really looking for, and if I get one or two of the others, I get one or two of the others. I'm not super concerned.
Wolverine is perfect as far as I'm
Yeah,
concerned.
I
So
so
we didn't get we didn't get good pictures and video footage of this guy at San Diego Comic Con because
no, we didn't.
I looked at him, his colors looked so much brighter and pastel-y, like video game colors from all the footage. When you see him yesterday, oh, he's a brown and yellow Wolverine, like he's supposed to
Mm,
be. The only thing that makes him Secret Wars is the fact that the stripe that goes down his middle of his like
is
body
super
is
narrow.
very thin. It's very
Yeah,
narrow. Yeah. That's how you know it's Secret Wars. Because if you remember, if you pick up the old Wolverine Secret Wars figure, same thing.
yeah.
But the one thing I love about this is they finally, like, they've been, I do love the 97 and I do love the VHS. I think the VHS is the best one. But they finally, for me, nailed the length of his mask.
Mm-hmm.
and they just nailed it perfectly. And the smirk on his face, like they keep getting better with Wolverine. It's crazy. Every
Yeah.
time I'm like, they've perfected Wolverine. Nope, here comes another one,
Here's a better
and
one.
it's so good. But what happened was, and just quick story, these don't usually sell out. Wolverine sold out in Hasbro Pulse within about 5 minutes. He was
Jesus.
done. Yeah. Then I went on BBTS, and BBTS crashed while I was trying to get Wolverine. So I was getting pissed. I was like, fuck. So then I went to Entertainment Earth, and I was able to get 2 Wolverines. So I was like, all right, I got me one and I got you one. But then what ended up happening was my BBTS order ended up going through while I was getting Entertainment Earth because like it was still loading. So I got 5 Wolverines coming because I just wanted to back up backups and make sure that I have one in the run the one the rock, one the stock. But I
Yeah.
wanted to make sure you got Wolverine.
Yeah.
Now
Well,
they say January. These things are going to come out in November because the reason I'm saying that is the a Bushwhacker and Punisher 2 pack was supposed to come out in November, December. It got moved up to tomorrow, so they're coming out.
of
They're
course
coming
it
out
did.
immediately. Yeah. So you get Wolverine, but as far as the other figures in this, Titania was the number one want besides Wolverine for me because she's a brand new character. She goes with Doom, but also you need her for She-Hulk, and I just got She-Hulk,
It it's
so
funny. I
I'm like,
remember
yeah,
her being on your list years ago when we did one of
yes,
these, like one of
yes,
the extended lists that we had.
yeah. She's been on there for a while. So the Beyonder, I know people are bitching a little bit about how he came out. His face looks amazing. I think the accessory they gave him, like the world exploding in his hands, is incredible. People were bitching about, the bottom half being Red Skull. What did you think it was going to be? Like it's baggy pants that look like like riding
Yeah.
pants. Who fucking cares? Like this is where I get to the point with Marvel Legends collectors and people that you're getting what you want. They have to kind of toe the line between, you know, cost effective and sensible and giving you what you want. It is not going to be a one-to-one Hot Toys representation. Like if you want that, you need to wait and go get something else because Marvel Legends can't produce that for you all the time. Like the Iron Fist I have, I keep going back to him. He's 99% perfect. That's perfect for me. I don't need 100% on my shelf because it doesn't always come off my shelf. Most of the time, it's from afar, and you just glance
Mm.
over and you're like, "That's Iron Fist. That's my guy." You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like as
Yep.
long as it's that, you're fine. So I was
Yeah.
happy with Beyonder. There is obvious reuse though. Let's get
Oh,
to that.
and
There's
and I
3 really good figures, and then there's 3 full reuse.
I think yeah, because beyond, I mean, Beyonder is like you said, the legs look like they're reused.
Yeah.
And again, I have no issue with this.
Titania
Cap,
looks like new sculpt.
yeah, yeah, she does. Like it's everything. Like the lower legs look new, the upper arms look new.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Cap
sure
is
there might
this
be some
20th
reuse in there
cap.
somewhere. Cap, the
Cap's
only new
20th
thing
cap
about
with a
Cap
new
is the
head.
shield and the 2 new heads.
I love the new head. Finally, we get a smiling Captain America. I'm good with
Yeah,
that. And I
yeah,
do love that lighter blue. I
yeah.
love that
Like
lighter blue.
I think I think for the people that need a definitive Cap, this is going to be great.
Yeah.
I
Well, without the shield.
yeah yeah oh yeah without the shield.
Because Legends, for some reason, doesn't want to give this cap, like David Displays Model Behavior said, this cap is forever cursed to not get a good shield because it either has holes in it or it's shattered, so you can't win.
Yeah,
But I use the other cap shield, the 80th, because yeah, it's a darker tone. Who cares though? It's Captain America's shield. It's slightly different color.
yeah.
I'm fine with it.
I don't even mind the holes in it really. That it's not the
Me
end of the
neither.
world if you're
No.
posing him with like the bullet shot gunshots or
Yeah.
something. So
It's
it's
really
not the
cool.
end of the world.
It's really
I
cool.
mean, Iron Man looks like a complete reuse
He's
again.
100% reused except for the roller skates at the bottom of his feet,
Is that what?
which were in the Secret Wars comic book, which also makes it funny that like in the 80s, this guy's a millionaire because billionaires weren't really a big thing, but he was a
Yeah,
multi-millionaire who's like high technological advancement in the comic book, was hold on, guys, and he gets out roller skates out of his arm. Oh God, it's like
I love it.
that's the pinnacle of
That's the
advancement back
pinnacle of
then.
comics, though.
But yeah,
I
I'll get him just to keep him on
yeah.
card.
And then you got amazing Secret
Renew
War
your vow.
Spider-Man, like
I,
complete reuse.
I
I
don't know
think
what
it's
book
he
that
made.
is. Is that the
It's a mate.
RYV?
No, it's AF-15.
How wouldn't that be smaller?
That's unless it's a new version of it. I thought it was AF-15, but maybe it's the I
It
can't
doesn't have
really.
toe joints. I
No, it
don't
doesn't
think.
have toe joints, but the body isn't super defined either. So that's why I'm thinking it's AF-15.
Yeah, everyone's saying that. I'm not sure what it is, but it looks good.
It could be. It could also be a new body that's the
Slightly different.
slightly like a tiny, slightly upscale version of
Yeah.
AF-15.
So
I
I like the new head on there.
Yeah, I don't. That's one that's I already have it, and because it's black costume and it's entirely black, I don't need a pinless version of it because I
Yeah, it
don't
doesn't
notice the
matter.
pins. No.
No, it doesn't. But that one for me is nostalgia because, like, first of all, they also come with the shields, which I was glad they had the
Hmm.
balls to do the lenticular shields. They're the stupidest gimmick ever, but I don't care because that is Secret Wars. That's what they came with. You know, this is a wish against a wish, but maybe they'll make
Yeah,
that little Secret Wars tower. That would be great, but they probably won't. There's no
yeah.
way they'll make the tower. But I gave these complete thumbs up. I'm super
Oh,
freaking happy
I
for these.
so I think that ultimately this entire wave is a win. Is it
Yeah,
like, am I going to get every single one? No,
no,
you've been able to order me the only one that I really want.
yeah,
But like for people like yourself who want Titania, Beyonder, or folks that
yeah,
need a Captain America, Iron Man, or a Black Suit Spider-Man,
yeah.
these are a great shout.
What it does do though is that it was smart. Now it makes us go back and be like, I need that Doom and Rambo 2-pack
Yeah.
because the Doom in there is the Secret Wars Doom that debuted with that backpack. Because for some reason, what was it, Kenner or Mattel? I don't remember who made the toys. Maybe it was Mattel. They didn't want to add a cape on Doctor Doom, so like none of them had capes except for Hobgoblin. No, did Hobgoblin even have a cape? I don't remember. But
Don't know.
in the package, I don't remember. But yeah, so I need that Doom, but that Doom is cheap enough. Funny enough, though, now that Doom is not cheap. I get you, he's not going to be cheap enough. He's going to go back to full price probably.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll get the Rambo too because she debuted in Secret Wars. That was her costume, I believe. I believe she debuted in Secret Wars. If someone's listening, call me out if I'm wrong. But yeah, so I'm happy with this whole wave. Did you see the preview, like the little tease of what they have for the next figure?
No, I was more excited about the Nightcrawler X-Force.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. So that is an actual design. That's not like a made up
Yeah,
design.
no, I know it's not coming anytime soon, but that's the one that got me super excited. Was
A lot of people got super excited for
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So Dan Young said like they believe that this Dan Young wasn't there yesterday for some reason they didn't disclose, but they said that they believe that this Wolverine was his favorite Wolverine. Like remember he said that the best Wolverine is yet to come this year
Mhm.
and this might be it. And I would agree this is the fucking best Wolverine. But they also said they got like a text message from him and they said, "Oh no, the next Wolverine is his favorite Wolverine, the better Wolverine to come." And I'm like, "Damn, what could that Wolverine be? If it's not this one, what could that Wolverine
What
be?"
would
Because
it
this
be?
Wolverine,
Yeah.
yeah, so that's interesting. But no, Dwight held up like like a face that looked like it was half melted with like stretched out eyes.
Oh,
It's
I did
clearly
see
a
that.
mask. It's a
Yeah, I did see
mask.
that. I wonder if that's
My guess
Chameleon.
is Chameleon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now people are like, oh, it can't be Chameleon from the animated series because he had the belt buckle that did the digitizing of changing all the masks. He never put on a mask. He just digitized his form. So I'm like, it's got to be a comic book smoker's jacket chameleon, like maybe an old Ditko chameleon.
Right.
I'm
Yep.
110% for that. Yes, I know lots of people, including my friend Dan, who wants the animated chameleon, but I want a Ditko chameleon. I definitely want a comic book chameleon. So I'm stoked for that. I like they
Yep.
killed it, and then they went over Dragon Man, which I'm very very excited for. And I've got to say this: I was a little disappointed. Sometimes I watch video reviews. We know that. I watched Sharmas Prime's review of the stream just for the hell of it because Dave's wasn't up that yet. And he was bitching. He's like, "Oh, I have a really big gripe because I'm wondering why, Dragon Man's glasses wasn't staying on his nose. Are we gonna have to deal with this?" And that? I'm like, dude, Dwight was reaching around from behind on camera trying to put little tiny glasses on this guy. I'm sure by the time we get our Marvel Legends Dragon Man, the glasses will be fixed or whatever. Like, this is the kind of shit that makes me so pissed off.
Not even that. Like, this is clearly a prototype.
Yes, exactly. The
right?
guy didn't want to really touch it because it was a non-movable like resin prototype that you couldn't articulate.
So that alone means that, is this going to be final design?
No.
I would say it's 95% there.
Yeah, exactly.
But you still got to do your cuts and things, and maybe they adjust the glasses a bit more. Like, I would say that at this point the glasses are more likely to be adjusted. Maybe they're a bit I don't know. Like, I don't know how you would work it, but I mean, they made Beast's glasses work.
They made his glasses work, exactly.
Right. So I have no concerns on that. Like, again, Dragon Man, is it one I'm likely to get? Probably not.
I will say this to you, like I said to my other friend. This is a made to order.
Yeah.
I think this is a beta test for getting rid of the HasLabs.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think they want to see how well this does because they can save money if they don't have to do like, $300 toys that you have to hit 10,000 for. So I'm guessing that this is a beta test. And I'll be honest with you, I like this model so much more than a Kickstarter model.
Mm-hmm.
Kickstarter models are so much high pressure. They're just like, and I don't find like they're worth it. I like the idea of tell me everything I'm getting up front. Don't dick me around. Don't be like, oh, if you get to 12,000, you're getting Mephisto, which will come up later. You know what I mean? Like, don't tell me that shit.
No,
just tell me right
I'm with
front.
you. I'm with you because if I'm back in a Kickstarter, like when I'm looking at that kind of stuff, I do not look at what the additional tiers are. Like, hey, if we get this far, then we're gonna get
like I might not get it.
Yeah, I assume I'm not getting it, and if what's there on the screen is not worth the price of everything that's there, I'm not gonna get it.
Yeah, if the base offering isn't big enough or good enough to make you say, I want this so bad, then forget it. So, yeah, that's my thoughts. I thought they had a great stream. It was short and sweet for Marvel Legends for once. People were a little pissed off that there wasn't more offerings. PulseCon in general wasn't very robust.
I actually kind of think that's not a bad choice behind a Hasbro. Like, I would rather them not say, hey, this is everything that's coming out in a year, because then you don't get people who you can't speculate, you can't talk about it. It's well, now we know, so what's coming after that? So if you drip feed people releases,
and I just got back to work, you're not drowning my wallet, thank you.
Hint about what's coming out, etc., then you're good. Like, I think that's the way to go. I would prefer it, because again, like, by the time say Nightcrawler won the fan vote, or he did win the fan vote, and we know that
he did,
it's going to take probably 8 months before he comes out, and now people are already like, well, who else is going to be on the X-Force team? Right.
Exactly.
So I would rather them not have everything revealed immediately. Like, let it come out as it comes out.
But since you're on a time crunch, we're going to go back and forth on 10 figures. Now, remember, if you name the figure I named, then you got to take it off your list. We're going to try to do 10. Maybe we'll get 7. But we're going to go back and forth on the Marvel Legends that we want to be made. And we're not going to separate into 2 categories. What we're going to do is this list is going to comprise of artist editions and figures that you want. That way we're not separating and trying to make 20 figures or 15 figures.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
Sound good? Because you don't have the time, and the way we talk, we'll go on about every good one.
We've got like 10 minutes, and we're probably going to end up talking about 2 figures in that 10 minutes.
So let's get going. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
I'm happy to go first because I think it's one that we both want. So it'll give you time to talk. It's a Joe Mordiera Wolverine.
Hell yes. But are you talking feral Wolverine with the
Yes.
bandana?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
So Joe Madeira feral Wolverine, which
100%.
conveniently also works as both.
Yeah. No,
On both. But yeah. So yeah, Joe Madeira feral Wolverine. I'm gonna try and steer away from Wolverine in this list because there is enough costumes we haven't gotten yet that I would be happy for to get.
Okay.
So yeah, Joe
Staying
Madeira
in
Wolverine for me.
staying in the vein of Joe Madeira or Dara. I don't know how to say his name. I've never heard it. Joe Madeira. Staying in that vein, it doesn't have to be necessarily an exact representation, but it's got to go with the Age of Apocalypse. We need an Externals Gambit.
Oh God, yes.
He's just a cool costume. He's just a fucking cool costume. Even if I don't want the Age of Apocalypse, he's just so cool.
Yep.
So yeah,
we don't have enough gambits. Like we've got
really don't.
We have like 3 gambits, and they're all the same version, effectively.
With the exception of the 275 3-pack.
Yeah, sorry. So we have 4 gambits, and 3 of them are the same.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that would be mine. Now these aren't like in order. These are just ones.
No, yeah, no, these are just one. Yeah, no. I wasn't gonna go.
All right, volley to you, number 2.
Okay, so this is obviously cheating, but again, I also know that you're on the list. But we want the Team X 3-pack. We were talking about this last week. I'm not gonna use that one. It's one of those things where we were just talking about it, so it's almost expected. So
okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. And 3-packs are fine. We can use single offerings, 3-packs, multi-packs, whatever.
Yeah,
you can't do like a 10-pack though. You know what I mean?
Usually we have these conversations beforehand, folks, but here we are.
Yeah. How about this? We're just going to limit you to 1 3-pack, and you just said it.
That works for me.
All right. For me, next would be I'm still going to keep it X-Men. I don't think we'll get this figure. I want this figure because, I'm looking at it like if Jada can do Cammy's outfit and keep it cheesecake the way they kept it without trying to restrict it, then why can't Hasbro Marvel Legends give us Savage Land Rogue? I want Savage Land Rogue.
Well, they gave us Shauna, didn't they?
No.
Oh, I thought they did.
They gave us her in the Toy Biz, but she was super covered up. I don't think we're going to get her in this era. But I want Savage Land Rogue.
Which is funny because you got Kazar.
I know. Stupid.
Anyway.
Kazar can go around in underwear, but she can't. Whatever. Savage Land Rogue. All right, so that's my 2. You're 3. Number 3.
Number 3. I'm having that moment where I'm trying to narrow down what I want with what hasn't been announced.
Yeah, just go with what hasn't been announced.
Yeah, I would really like a Honey Badger.
Who is Honey Badger?
So Honey Badger is a clone of Laura, who is a clone of Wolverine.
Oh, okay. So it's like her sister?
Yeah, basically, it's Laura's sister.
Okay.
I want a version of Honey Badger because I was gonna say X-23, but we're getting an X-23. I firmly believe we need an updated X-23.
I agree.
And it
can be updates too. There's no restriction.
But we need the updated X-23 in the Wolverine costume and the X-Force costume.
Yep.
But that said, because I can't remember exactly which one is coming out, I think it's X-Force X-23. I went with Honey Badger instead.
Okay. I like it. So my number 3, I'm going to do a very obscure one, and I'm going to use the 2-pack method for my 3-pack method. So this is my multi-pack. I want a really ridiculous dominatrix Sue Storm costume from the 90s with Thing with the helmet. Because when Reed died, Wolverine slashed open Thing's face, and he had to wear a helmet for a while for that Fantastic Four.
I remember that.
I want 2-pack of Sue and Thing in their costumes for that. So Thing would come with an alternate scratched up head, and then he would have the helmeted head as his main head. That's my 2-pack. I love that version of the FF. So that would be it. And Sue just looks great in that costume. Mm-hmm. I always was like, why can't they keep it? I like when Reed came back from the dead and he's like, wow, so that's a choice. She's like, I like it. She's like, you don't like it? He's like, no, I love it. She's like, I'm going back to the other one. He's like, thank you. And he's like, but we can keep this one for right now. And I was like, oh, I love it.
Oh, good. Um, yeah. See, I was gonna say, like, again, like all of my list is so much. My list is coming out. It's
So
crazy.
just try to think of one.
Uh,
Yeah, that's what I
I
mean.
think,
This is great. A great
Alec,
problem to have finally.
and I love the fact we're doing this really off the cuff. Like,
Yep.
I would love to see a reissued Kane Scarlet Spider on the Renewal
Yeah.
Bounce body, like with
I
the
think
with
that
the
would be
additional.
great.
'Cause we got Ben Riley, and people want that version of Kane. Like, it's not really a. It's very
Yeah.
hard to get. So
Yeah.
I would love to see a reissue of that.
I think that would be great because I would love that Kane, honestly,
Mm.
and I would like it with non-asymmetrical eyes, with the old asymmetrical eyes. Like
Yeah.
I just want him to have like a full mask. So I'm happy with that. Okay, so that was your number 4. I should have used Fantastic Four for my number 4. Damn it. All right, this is how you know we're not planning. Number 3 for me, I told you 90s goodness is going to be on there.
Mhm.
This is not 90 goodness. This is 90s
Wait.
badness. But I still want it. It's a stupid design, but I still want it so bad. Cyber Hobgoblin from the
I thought you were gonna say Adam
Clone
X. I
Saga.
don't know why.
No, Cyber Hobgoblin from the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
I mean Clone Saga. I want that.
Totally fair. I think I said this last week, but I want forearm.
Yes, you did.
I
'Cause you
should have
like
said that for
characters
number
with
4.
4 arms.
Yeah, okay, so I did say forearm. All right, so
Work.
switching from that,
No, yeah,
I
you
think,
pick a different.
yeah, so I think I'm not going to pick your nemesis. What I would love to see though is, and I'm getting this purely from the back of a card because I just can't think right now, but I think it'd
Okay.
be really cool, is Tusk from the Savage Land mutates.
I remember Tusk. Yeah.
So you had Tusk and the little guy who piloted him. You know what I mean? Like, I
Okay.
think that would be a
Yep.
really cool, not so much of a 2-pack, but a.
No, little accessory. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's a cool choice. I wouldn't mind that one at all. I'm gonna go with next. I'm gonna go with more 90s goodness, badness. I want 90s spiky, like ridiculous Thor. When
Oh God.
what's his name? Mike Diodato drew him. Thor had like a red cape with a black costume with like a bandana, and he had like spikes on his shoulders and his forearms.
Didn't he have
Have you ever
like
seen this?
his midriff was exposed or something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It was
Yeah.
stupid costume, absolutely dumb.
Yeah.
But I love it. So yeah, that's up there, and it has to have a wired cape. Fucking don't
Oh,
cheap out,
yeah.
Hasbro. That was
What are
my
we at
number
now?
5.
Is that was
5 for
10?
me.
Yeah, I think I did 5 2. I think
Yep. So
I
we
would decide.
got
Yeah,
5 more.
cool.
So you're
God damn.
6th.
Yeah, my 6th. I would love a original appearance Wendigo.
Wendigo. Okay.
And
See that?
I'm saying that because one we got is really like brilliantly savage, but I think having one that would fit with the 20th anniversary Hulk would be fantastic.
Yeah. That would be really cool. I agree with that. 20th anniversary Hulk, or you mean 80th anniversary Hulk?
The 20th anniversary
With the pickle
Legends
face?
Hulk. Yes.
Okay.
Just because the hair I think would match.
Oh, yeah. All right. So now I'm starting to reach just slightly, but I would like, you know what? This might be purely out of seeing her in the movie, but I want Cassandra Nova.
Fuck,
I think we need Cassandra Nova in the Legends form, either in the movie form or the. I would prefer the movie form, but maybe the comic form would be fine too. I'll take Cassandra Nova. So that's my number 6.
Okay, I would like. This is also an obscure reach, but Mr. X, the telepath who kills people to get a high.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about him before.
Yeah.
You never put him on your list. Brady,
no,
sit right there.
He was never. There was never enough. He was never high enough to warrant having a figure. But now that we're getting Clone Saga Kane, we're getting.
Oh my
so
god,
many
the biggest want. That was the number 1 want for both of us.
Like now that we're getting so many of these, I'm like, oh well, I guess I can start reaching now.
Yeah. That one's definite. That one's absolutely great. I want that. I mean, I want you to get that. That would be great. Okay, so that's your number 6. Was that our number? Your number 7.
That was my
Number
my
7.
6, I think. 7. Okay.
Oh no, it was. Yeah, because
I don't know.
We're gonna go with 6. See, guys, we can't even pay attention. Pay attention to the number. We're on. So this is my 6th. It will be next year's 7th. Just remember that in your head. All right. So for me, trying to think of who else do I want. I would want. We've gotten her, but I want an update of her to go with that 90s store. I want Enchantress from that run. So like 90s. See, if we won't get Savage Land Rogue and we won't get Dominatrix 2 Storm, we're probably not going to get Sexy Enchantress. But I want Enchantress. Let's just go for it. We're putting it on our wish. Hasbro's making them.
I would love so. My number 7, I would love the World War II character of the Destroyer. Not the armor, but the guy who with the striped pants.
I've never heard of this character.
He was in The Invaders, I think.
Okay, The Invaders comic, yeah.
So yeah, he's Union, the original Union Jack's son.
Okay, that's interesting. That's really interesting.
Yeah, he's got a really cool design. It's like a white mask with kind of reddish hair and a skull on the chest. So he's a very cool design. I would love to see him made, but I think that's one that is probably not going to happen.
All right, now taking it back to the 90s. Well, never left the 90s on my whole list. One that still hasn't been announced. I can't believe it hasn't been announced. We've got everybody else, including Kane. I want Carrion from Amazing Spider-Man.
How has that not been announced?
I don't know. How is it not announced? Because it's got to be an easy remake, like super easy. A new head with like Sleepwalker parts and Green Goblin parts, and you got yourself Carrion. Like easy peasy. You can turn them gray. But they're like, no, so hard to do. We're not going to do them. So yeah, Carrion. He's my number 7. So you're number 8.
God, I am reaching so far.
It's okay,
for this.
You can reach.
This is one of those moments where I'm like, man,
I love it.
I'm so thrown off with what I would love to see and what I just want as an X-Men fan, but I really would like to see Eunice the Untouchable.
Eunice the Untouchable. He sounds familiar. That's
it's really a
father or grandfather, right?
Like really early in the X-Men comics, I think. I could be wrong. I could also be thinking.
Is it related to Thanos?
I don't know. I just like the design.
Okay.
And that this is one.
Look him up afterwards.
I'm looking him up now for your number 7. Well, you're doing your number 7.
Thought he was Thanos. Thought Thanos is relative.
You're probably right.
I think we're talking in the Hickman style stuff. I think Eunice killed.
This is 100% not the character that I thought he was, but I still think the design looks cool anyway.
The Eunice?
Yeah, he projects an invisible force field which protects him from harm. So he's not anything to do with Thanos.
No, he's not the one that. Okay, maybe it's Eunuch. I don't know. It's something that sounds similar to that name. The guy kills Magneto. He's like way worse than Thanos. It's when the Eternals. It's when they did the X-Men Eternals crossover, and I really didn't read it much because it just it didn't appeal to me. But like the Eternals let loose Eunice. They're like, we'll let you loose for 1 hour if you can be. He's like, I will destroy the entire world in 1 hour. And they're like, all right, challenge accepted. And he goes and he like kills Magneto in the first 30 seconds. And then of course Hickman brings him back because, the resurrection protocols. He kills like everybody. And he like wipes up. He's way worse than Thanos ever could be. He's like Thanos' dad. And it's like he's in jail by the Eternals, by all the Celestials for how bad he is. Jesus. And they let him out for an hour and he kills everybody. And then they, he's like, all right, I'm going back to jail.
All right, I'm done now.
Anyways, yeah. So there's that one. All right. So instead of what am I on? Number 8, right?
You're on number 7.
Oh, I'm on number 7. Okay, my number 7 would be, I just had it in my head and it just flipped out. Hold on one sec. My number 7, damn it. Hold on. Oh, no, I think we're getting her. We're getting Rachel Summers. I believe she's already on the list to be getting. So, my number 7, I had it. Oh my God, this is aggravating. Bear with me one moment. Oh, you know what I want? I can't believe we don't have him. I just want him for old school sake. It's a Ditko villain. I want the Crime Master.
Hmm.
Why,
Yeah, we don't
why
have him.
haven't we got him? He's so easy to make.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want the Crime Master on number 7.
All right, number 8 is Mimic.
Okay. Number 8 is Mimic.
Yeah, because
The original X-Men.
yeah,
Mimic.
because you could do so much with like what you already have, like just pure reuse, and it'd be fantastic.
Okay, I can get with that. My number 8 would be, let's see. This is a good problem to have. Oh yeah, here's my number 8. I want what the hell is her name? Is it Anna May? I think it's Anna May. I forget her name. The little girl from Renew Your Vows, Peter's daughter.
Anime, I think.
I want Anna May. Well, how can you have them two without Anna May? You know what I mean? Like you give the 2-pack, but you don't have their daughter. The reason they're together. So yeah, I want Anna May.
All right, number 9 is Marrow.
Marrow. We don't have a Marvel Legends Marrow?
I don't think so.
We have a Toy Biz Marrow.
We have Toy Biz Marrow, I think.
Yeah, I do like Marrow. And that's another Joe Majura.
Yep.
That's another. Yeah, that's cool. I always liked Marrow. All right, I can dig that. All right, so number 8 for me. Or is that number 9 for you? That was number 9 for you?
That was, number 9. So this is your number 9.
So this is my number 9. Okay, my number 9. We're going to go with, bear with me. Let's take a look. We've gotten just about everybody. No, I don't want him because that's just cheapy. I'm just trying to think. This is good. This is fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I want Doom 2099.
I thought we had him. That's a good shout.
Nope, I want Doom 2099.
No, we have something out. Yeah. Okay, so for my number 10, and I'm
dun dun dun
dun dun dun dun is Armor.
Oh hell yeah, from the X-Men.
Yeah.
We always talk about her. She would be to do her correctly. I think she would have to be like a Dragon Man offering.
Yeah, like there's no way you would either have to do 2 figures for Armor in Armor and not in Armor, which would have to make it like a Dragon Man offering.
Yeah.
Or you would have Armor and then the Build-A-Figure would be her.
I don't think you can do her as Build-A-Figure. I think what you could do, I would like to see her. This is just me. I would like to see 2 figures. One completely non-armored up, just as a basic human repaint, and she'd be easy to do. She'd just be a jumpsuit, like an X-Men jumpsuit, painted. So you would be. I would pay like, let's say $70 for her, because what you would do is do a Dragon Man style, and then you do something totally unique that I think Hasbro's never done or any toy company's ever done, and maybe I'm just inventing it right now, is you do a sculpt around a figure inside that the figure cannot be removed, but it moves the same way. Like its sockets and everything move.
Kind of like an articulated version of the Fireball from Jada for Ryu and Ken. Like how you have their hands in the Fireball.
Exactly.
All right.
Already encased. And my number 10. Damn it, I just had my number 10. Oh, yeah, my number 10 is easy. Easy peasy. We're going with an artist edition. I think we're actually going to get this. The fact that they made those little statues, I think that was a test. I want a Todd McFarlane Spider-Man in Marvel Legends. Straight up.
You know what? I actually think that would be fantastic, and I think you're right. It's coming.
Super crazy articulated Todd McFarlane Spider-Man. Yes.
I would love to delve more into that, as to like that kind of stuff. But I am at time. So folks,
you were at crunch for time, and this was fun.
Yeah. So folks, this is what it looks like when we crunch for time and realize it last minute. Is that whether we have final thoughts or not, it doesn't matter. We will catch you on the flip side. I always lose my mouse when I'm trying to end the recording.
You either ended it just in time for Brady's bark or not just in time
the greatest part. We'll see when you're editing. It's the good part.
Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.